Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with three S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, here to discuss Love Island UK Season 10, Episode 24 with Tamika. How are you today, Tamika?
I am good. It's
Hump day.
hump day. I need Casa more to hurry up and come. I know we probably got like what 2 days, maybe tomorrow.
I heard they're in Casamore now, so we just haven't
Yeah,
caught up to the edit, to the
yeah.
actual filming yet.
Uh, just these episodes are starting to drag,
Well,
and
it was only this episode. It's not these episode. Yesterday's episode was
true, true.
fire. And the day before was fire.
Yes,
It was only this episode that was a bit
okay.
of a filler.
Yeah. I'm worried. I was worried for tomorrow's episode. I'm pre-worrying. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
this all
Well, do you know
about?
what? Maybe they'll do a challenge of some sort.
Okay,
So, like, maybe there'll be the Twitter challenge, or is that usually after Casamore?
usually after.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Well, let's just get into this episode. So, nobody thought that it would be Medi that was going. And I'm really interested for the fact that none of them have said, like, hey, the audience didn't like Medi. Why? Wouldn't
Or
that be wouldn't
the
that be the
audience
first thing?
didn't like Medi with you,
Either
Whitney.
way,
Why?
like there's
Like,
none of this discussion. Like I would be saying this, like, or maybe there are, maybe the producers don't want the audience to know how much influence that they have. Like I don't get it. But like if I was in the house and I was with this some guy and we've been fighting and he was a jerk to me a lot of the time,
mhm.
and even if we just got on the same page, if I was Catherine or Ella or Jess, I'd be like, listen, they're seeing something that we're not seeing. That's why
Mhm.
he's gone. If they wanted you guys to be together, they
Yeah,
would have made sure you guys stayed together. I just don't get why that hasn't been part of the conversation.
I don't know if it's that they don't want to hurt her because woo, her reaction.
Hmm. Yeah, so we have some friends to join us here for her reaction. Hi, Hollis. Hi, CJ. Hi. Luna, hello. And Tasha. Yes, well, we started a couple minutes after, but we just started now. Jess tells Whitney to let it out, and she boohoo audible cries so loud that the guys on the other side of the villa could hear her crying. And they were actually being kind. They were being like, yeah, they really did have something real. Like, she was really affected by him going, but see, she did like him.
I said, "Oh my God, did we really just save Whitney from herself?
Yeah, she
Like
was safe.
we saved her from herself because that man did not like her, and woo, she was in it deep. I'm looking. She goes and starts scrolling up through pictures of them on the phone. I was like, oh no, not the photo scroll, girl.
Well, maybe though, maybe she's convincing herself that she likes him more than she did because she doesn't want to look like she's heartless or playing a game. Can we say
Right.
that?
I can only hope, but the way, like, I mean, it was either. Here's a theory. I don't think it was, but here's a theory. Unless it was relief that she don't have to deal with that man no
It's like,
more.
oh God, it's
Thank
over.
God,
Like,
it's over.
well, I mean, she was entrapped in like this bad relationship. Oh
Right.
my God, she's going to thank the public later when she goes out and
Oh, she
sees what's
will.
happened, and
Yeah.
like, and how, like, when she watches how he was treating her instead of her
When
being
her
in it,
family tells her, because you sent me that TikTok and it was her like aunt or something,
her
right?
sister, her whole family, but her sister's TikTok.
Yes. And when her family says, no, 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 you don't understand, you got saved. Like he needed to go. He did not like you. I mean, I think if she finds somebody in there, she'll get it. But if she doesn't, when she gets out and her family talks to her, they will make her realize because he was not it.
Jessica says, "I think the girls are giving Whitney time to process the dumping before they say what they really think of Medi."
Yes.
Okay, hopefully.
That I can see, and also might be the reason why they keep pushing her to Montel and I need them to fucking stop doing that.
Yeah, because Montel's also not into her, and like I don't want her to just keep on trying with someone that's. I just want to get pied for no reason. You know what I mean? Like,
'Cause, yeah, especially his verbiage that he used today. Like, fuck him. He needs to go. Him and Leah can get dumped. Like, I did not like how he was talking about her behind her back.
oh, you're gonna. So I might have written it down, but I don't remember specifically what was said. But we'll get
Like,
there.
yeah, we'll get there.
Hi, Rachel. So Rachel says, I think it's sadness he's gone, sad about restarting a new relationship and finally just being able to release. She was walking on eggshells around Medi. Absolutely.
She
That's
was.
true too. And like she was in like an abusive relationship. Like I hate to say it, but like it was an emotionally abusive relationship. She wasn't able to be herself. She had to be smaller to make sure that he wasn't going to get mad at her. She couldn't be herself, even though in the beginning he was like, "Oh, I love you. You're so big. You're so
Yeah,
funny." And then all of a sudden, her being big and so funny is being disrespectful and not somebody that he sees himself with. You know what I
exactly.
mean? And
Yeah.
so I definitely could see it also being a bit of a release as well, for sure. Hi, Mary. So Luna says, do we remember what Sally said after she watched everything back?
Mhm.
What, I don't remember
No,
what she
I don't
said.
remember what she said, but
Probably that she was like stuck and she couldn't
yeah,
see it
yeah. I mean, but she didn't watch everything back for
for like a
her,
year.
and Justine didn't watch it for at least a year, and even then, some. I think when Justine tried, she had to stop, and then she and Sally watched it together. Like it was a for both of them. It was a bad cycle. Um, like, yeah, they had scars.
Jessica says, I think the girls see Montel as easier to get than Zach, but I agree that they should stop pushing it because Montel is feeling himself too much and he's not into it. Yes, and I actually think that Zach is more open, to, especially after this episode,
Yeah,
than Montel. Actually, even before, because we saw in the heart rate challenge, he was looking at Whitney as like somebody that he was interested in. He was
yeah.
attracted to, and Montel was maybe more shocked face,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't a desire face. And so I don't feel that Whitney is somebody that Montel would ever be interested in, and I think that Whitney could be somebody that Zach could be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Fernando. Yes, we are live. Thank you for being here. Hi, Sam. Woo, the hate on Catherine is so weird, especially coming back from Black women. I've been hearing a little bit, for like a little bit about the fact that she hugged Medi before she hugged Catherine or Whitney when he was leaving.
So apparently, the Shade Borough, which is like the UK's
Yeah, I
version
watched
of
them a little
uh,
bit.
the Shade Room uh, in the US, did a live or some BS, and they were talking about how Catherine's sneaky and how she really was into Medi and wanted Medi for herself, and she doesn't really like Whitney, and she's not really her friend. And I'm like, where the fuck you got any of that? Like, first of all, Catherine came in with Medi. Like, they were OGs. So she knew Medi before she knew Whitney. So if
Mm-hmm.
anything, he was her friend first. That's A. B, she didn't have to hug Whitney because Whitney was in the arms of Zach. And C, of course she was going to hug Medi. Hello? She didn't have a problem with Medi. And probably because Medi was with Rushi originally, and we know her and Rushi were really closely together. So I think Medi and Rushi and Andre and her used to hang out in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
because they, like, I think that was their quad. Like, get it together, people. You can support both women. There is no reason why we cannot support in this villa Catherine, Whitney, and Ella. There's no reason.
I mean I don't understand why we can't, or why people choose not to. So yeah, I'm confused. I think it's weird personally. Um, can't we
So
just like the
before
people that
she was
suck?
boring, that before she was boring, and that we needed to kick her out, and now it's she's doing too much. I'm sorry. What? make up your mind.
So Jessica says I have to stop watching them because it's starting to get weird. They even tried to make a deal of the heart rate challenge with Kat and Medi. Catherine never wanted Medi. Yeah, like they were the one that pointed out like the finger sucking. I believe was her, or them, and how he kissed her for a long time, and she kissed back.
Well, I
And so
mean, yeah, that's because when she tried to back off the kiss, he went
she was
in.
like, she's like this, like.
Yeah, and then he went in. So what was he supposed to do? Bite him on a TV show? No.
Yeah, I don't know why they are not feeling her, or I don't know why anybody's not feeling her. She really hasn't done anything unlikable. So many people have done more unlikable things than she has, and like they don't get any hate whatsoever.
I
It's
mean, they
quite
did it
strange.
to Kaz in season 7 because she's not your typical black girl, which in their head is she's supposed to be ghetto-ish, and it's like they feel like Whitney is more of that. It's kind of like what Fiat 500 does. Oh, we're supporting this person because we see ourselves in her, and which is fine if you see yourself in her, but that doesn't mean something is wrong with Catherine because she is not Whitney. That's why, as black people and as black women, we are not a monolith. You and I are two totally different people. Like, but that doesn't make me better than you or you better than me. That means that we are unique individuals who are black women, and we both should be supported.
So Fernando thinks that Medi was attracted to Catherine. I actually don't think so.
No,
I don't
I
think he
do
likes
not think
black
so.
women, to be
I
honest,
do not think he likes black women. I'm sorry.
at all.
If he was attracted to Catherine, he could have been had her.
Well, I think that I don't know if he was trying to make Whitney jealous and make her pop off. Like I don't know. Like I felt like he was gaslighting a lot of the
Hmm.
time, and he was definitely using microaggressions as we talked about many of the
Hmm.
times. And I wouldn't be surprised if he laid on those kisses because he wanted Whitney to blow up, so he has a reason to break it off with her and say that she's acting all the ways that he's already attributed to her acting. So I think that it was all kind of calculated. He might be friends with Catherine for the reasons that you already stated, with them coming in, being part of that foursome in the beginning. But I do not think that he would want to be in a couple with Catherine. I don't think that he would want to date Catherine outside of the house. Catherine was what the person in yesterday's episode that was so excited about like them going on a foursome. And he's like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't know if I have time.
yeah, and
Like
that's why after that, Scott, they're like the girls are in bed with Scott, and they're like, Meddy's upset. Go speak to him, and Scott's like, no, I want to. Like,
I do like the two of them talking to Scott in the bed, like
yeah,
like Scott being involved.
yeah.
It's funny.
He's like, no, I'm not going to speak to him. No, like I don't. I agree. I don't think he likes black women. I think Whitney surprised him, and I think he was surprised at how much he might be drawn to her. But I don't even think he liked her personality, and so no, I don't
I,
think he likes black women.
I don't, and I think that he was surprised that she ended up liking him because I think that
Hmm.
he was more so playing a game, and
Yeah.
yeah, it got really messy in my
Hmm.
opinion, and I think that he was kind of nasty,
Yeah.
and
Um,
he played with her feelings and emotions.
Yeah, it's like what you said that I think he thought that if he could get her to pop off, and then he like either went to Casa and moved on or moved on somewhere out some way other
It
than
makes
that,
sense,
it
yeah.
would make sense for him. But she didn't and screwed up his plan, and he got dumped instead.
Hmm. So Jessica says, I agree, Tamika. That's the real issue they have with Catherine and Kaz. All black women are not the same, and that's fine. I'm more like Catherine than Whitney, but I still like and support Whitney. Absolutely, I'm more like Catherine than Whitney as well, but
Yeah.
like I'd be friends with Whitney
Oh
and
my
friends with
god,
Catherine.
I would love hanging out. Like if you are a Catherine, you need a Whitney.
Like sometimes I guess I'm a Whitney with some friends, you know what I
Right?
mean? But I would say I'm more of a Catherine than a Whitney in general. But
Yeah.
like we definitely would bounce off of each other. I
Yeah.
would 100% be Catherine laughing when Whitney's like, you don't need a one woman or whatever, like, or
Yeah.
whatever she said, which was funny.
Yeah, and I would
So
definitely be Catherine. Like when these guys are like him and Han are like, "All right, peace. I'll see you later. You
yeah,
ready to come talk to me? Okay, let's talk. Wait, you want to go talk to her? Here, here. Boo, let me move. You could come sit, take my seat. Bye.
Exactly. Hi, Divine Me. So Divine Me says that Andre said that Mehdi was his best friend in the villain since
Yes,
Catherine was coupled up with Andre. To me, that's why she hugged him. Yes,
yes,
they're your friends.
yes. And Rushi says that Catherine was also her girl, and like right now she's shipping Catherine with Scott. Like I'm telling you, they were a foursome.
Yep. Yeah. Fernando, yep, it's 100%. Catherine, Ella, Whitney are carrying the season along with Jess.
Yes,
Absolutely. 100%.
absolutely. That's my final four personally.
I would love for them to be the final four,
Yeah,
but we'll see what
I don't.
happens with
We'll see what
Casamore.
happens. Right.
But yeah. So Jess and Sammy have a chat, and he talks about how he just can't talk to two girls at the same time, but the door was never closed with him and Jess. Like, he's so transparent to me. Why is Jess eating this up? Is it just because she wants to be in a couple with him or in a couple in general? Like, I feel like it's so obvious that he's just saying garbage.
I'm telling you, it's that their connection got cut off, not by them. It's because everybody.
Just star-crossed
Yeah,
lovers. They've been.
it's kind of like with Maddie and Whitney. Like in Whitney's head, she didn't make the decision, and so she's still invested a little
She's
bit.
still hurt because
Yes,
it wasn't
and
done,
so yeah,
unfinished.
and until she finds somebody else, same thing with Whitney. Till she finds somebody else who's going to treat her better, she will not see it. And I don't know for Jess if she's gonna have that option.
Till
I
movie
Yeah,
night.
yeah. I think
They're gonna really go in, I think, on movie night.
yeah. I think that's why they're keeping him. Um, I think Whitney has the opportunity. I'm not like Jess is going to be stuck with Sammy for a while, and till we till she either puts a like until we get her Liberty moment that either she's going to just dump him and be done,
I don't think she'll quit the show, but
but she won't quit the show. She'll get her Amber moment where they'll send somebody in for her, um, or she stays with him.
I do agree, Fernando. Sammy wants to be with Jess because he knows the public has Jess's back 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I think he realized she's never really been in danger. She's been winning all these challenges, so she's the best kisser, the best. What was the other ones that she was the best at? She won two or three best
Yeah.
challenges. Oh yeah, one of the best dancers with like the goal thing. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, and I think there was one more.
Yeah.
So
And it's the same, and it's the opposite with Scott because people keep saying, "Oh, Scott's just with Catherine because he knows she's popular." How she was in the bottom three with Leah when he came in. Like the fact that she wasn't in the bottom means that means that people
they like
like
the couple.
them together. So that means yes, he should stay with her because obviously that's couples working. What would make them move?
No, nothing right now, anyways. So Dreadful Ruby here is saying that the speculation that Molly will be at Casa More, she was seen going back to Spain. Yeah, so apparently she's going back to Spain, going to Ibiza for a photo shoot. But then there's also speculation that she's going to be going into Casa More. I mean, I was talking with my friend Karen,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying like it would probably be more interesting and dramatic if she came in back with the OG women
Mm-hmm.
and there's a guy there for her as well. And then when they come back in, when they have like the refacing, like Scott or not Scott, Zach seeing Molly back with some other guy for Casa More, or she's him single to, come back, whatever it is. But like that could be quite dramatic as well, rather than her being with the guys, with the girls at Casa More, the new Casa girls. But what do you think?
I don't want none of that. I don't want her back.
I mean, if she's coming back though, if she is.
Yeah, if she comes back, I don't even know how they would do it because I don't want to see her and Zach sitting there. I like you. I think I like you. Like we have Montel and Leah doing that. Oh no,
Which
my
is
god!
what they just did right now. Like all I wrote down is Leah and Montel. Dash.
Oh my
He
god!
is happy. I wrote he is happy. That's all I wrote down.
Like
Who cares?
I don't care. So if that's what we're gonna get, if Molly comes back, I don't want it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. If they're bringing her back, I don't know how they're gonna do it. But that's what I'm telling you. I don't want. I don't want to see it. Because to me, Leah and Montel can get dumped.
So Jessica says, I don't see that being fair for Molly to come back because she has seen what the public truly thinks. It's
True.
an unfair advantage. But like, just as devil's advocate, I see here your side here. But when they're bombshells, they are able to watch the whole show and then come in as a bombshell. So they're not really into sequestering without people having access to the show. So,
Yeah.
but maybe they don't have access to like their phone and like their actual social media and stuff. It is a little unfair, a little bit. Okay, someone say Molly said that she would get to know Scott. Is that true? She said that, but now she's also said that she wouldn't, and he's given her the ick. So there was a podcast that I hadn't finished listening to, but apparently she says that he's giving her the ick now. So
What does Scott do now?
I think with the whole swerve with what's her name?
Oh no, that's Zach. They're talking about Scott.
Oh, Scott. Oh. Oh, well, we were speculating it's because that she has something against Catherine, and that she, like, anybody that Catherine is into or is into her, she seems to find them to be most desirable. So,
Desirable. Yep.
so she could be having some sort of weird competition thing with Catherine that Catherine has no idea about. Possibly. Jessica would rather Molly just come back to confront Zach and then leave. Yeah, maybe they'll do. Remember we talked about it, what they did in season 2, where they come back just to have a chat. Mullen at that point in season 2 did not stay for. I don't think she even stayed overnight. She just came to have a talk with Zach. It was like he had, with this guy Teddy. It was like they had a date, and it was like his ex that was dumped, and he like had her dumped because he moved on. So that could be interesting. But yeah, I would agree. Save that for the reunion for sure. For sure. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, exactly, Fernando. Jennifer would be okay with it. I don't mind Molly, really. Zach and Molly together are boring as F, but I'd take her over Zach. Really? Plus, he's never really felt that way or whatever with Katie.
I don't know about all that.
I haven't missed Molly, to be honest.
I haven't missed her. I've not missed her. And to me, the same energy that Zach and Katie are giving is the same energy that him and Molly were giving. It's nothing. But the only thing is Katie is less interested in him, which makes it kind of funny. But I don't know.
She just keeps on buying that guy.
Yeah, like
maybe they'll play that game. Yeah, maybe tomorrow, because like we were worried that tomorrow might be a bit boring, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Snog Marry Pie could be a now game.
Yeah, that could be a now game, definitely.
So Sammy tells Zach and Mitch that he's never closed the door with Jess. And I'm just like, stop trying to make it seem like you've always still been pining away for Jess. Like you haven't. If Mal hadn't gone, you would have moved on from Jess completely. That door would have been closed. And you would pretend with Jess that it's still open, but it would have been closed.
Didn't he tell Mal a totally different story yesterday?
Yeah, he said like, oh, I just told her what she wanted to hear.
Yeah. He's so full of shit.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting ready for bed, and Zach apparently stole a pair of Meddy's socks for a souvenir. Like, okay. Did you guys even like each other? I didn't know. Yeah. But Jess is super happy now that Sammy is available. Just like eye roll. So I'm looking at everybody under the covers. The one that stood out to me is it looked like Zach and Katie, did the little whole, and then it looked like there was a little bit of smooching, which I was like, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I have been also hearing more rumors that she does have somebody outside of the villa, and so her not wanting to have full passionate kisses during that game makes sense. Her not being too sexy playing the heart rate challenge, that makes sense. Her covering herself having this kiss, her having the swerve, all that lends to her having a relationship outside the villa. Mm-hmm. So why'd she come on?
We don't know. And I mean, to me, she could come right back off. Just like her humbling Zach was enough for me. Her getting rid of Molly was enough for me. I'm good. So she could leave right about now. I don't necessarily need Zach to be with Whitney. I just like I just thought it was funny, like the entire situation. I think they did a good job that entire situation. But now, like Katie needs to either bring something or go home. So I'm like something.
Yeah, she does need to bring something or go. So in the morning, what if they did a swap off though with like Katie and Molly? Like Katie leaves and Molly
Comes
replaces
back.
her. Yeah.
Bring Rishi back. I don't know. Just I can't. I can't.
So in the morning, they're all in their bedroom and they all miss Meddy and they miss Mal, of course. The girls are talking about today being a good day, and Whitney's like, not she's not one to dwell, and she's gonna go speak to Zach today, but they're encouraging her, like you said, to speak to Montel. We learned that Kat is starting to like Scott, which is I think is really cute, and also I roll that Jess is going to let Sammy pull her for a chat. And they're like, no, well, if you want to talk to him, you talk to him. But she's like, okay, fine, maybe.
And be
But
there for Sammy. Be there for Sammy. I need these girls to stop. Like, no.
well, maybe they're being catty and they're setting her up for failure.
Well, I hope, because she does not need to be there for Sammy. Sorry.
The boys chat, and we hear Sammy still has how he talks like this, and he still has something for Jess. Zach had a little kiss, so he feels a little less rejected. So there was a little smoochy smooch going underneath the covers. And Scott says last night him and Catherine got closer. So it seems like everybody's on the same page about the people that they're dealing with right now.
Can I say to the Love Island producers, it'd be nice if you showed that Catherine and Scott got closer under the covers.
Pervert.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. So Jess and Sammy are obviously chatting and they're just talking on their terms only. And so now we're going to have to watch Jess and Sammy just being like, oh, like the door was open. Okay. Like I'm going to take things slowly because like Mal just left and I don't want to look like I jumped back into something with you. And I'm just like,
didn't we see this already? Like we saw
it's the
this
same thing over and over again because they don't have anything else.
The vicious cycle I do not want to be involved in.
So Whitney and Montel have a little conversation. This is chapter 2. And the guy just looks like he does not want to be there
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you could let her down in a different way. You know what I mean? Like, it's be like, Whitney, come on, we're friends. Like, I mean, maybe if things were different, but like, I'm into Leah right now. I don't see us going there right now. Just like be clear instead of like try to be fake flirty, but you can tell on your face that you're not into it. It's annoying.
I'm sure it might be age. I'm gonna give him a little bit of age on this. He's only 25, but I say this all the time. I think I even said it. Was it last season? The season with Danica and God, what's that guy who liked Paige? And he was like 30. Like, just
Jay?
Jay, yes. Just be straight. Just be straight up. You do not want to get to know her. Period. And Whitney would appreciate that. I mean, feigning this, oh, well, I'm just going to be here for you. You didn't even seem like you wanted to even be here for her as a friend.
Yeah, in this conversation, no.
Like, it was BS. And then to portray it as, because she was like, oh, like, I don't necessarily think she was trying to do anything, but it was like him and Han. She was like, listen, I'm not trying to move over really quickly or whatever. Like, she's making it clear that's not where she was trying to go with it, because she moves slow. We know this. But it's like, then to come off the conversation and make it seem like she was doing more than, I feel like he was making it seem like she was doing more than she was. Like, she was grafting him. Like, they talked about Leah for part of the conversation. Now, I don't know how long the conversation was. because the guys were making it seem like it was long, but like it was actually annoying because it didn't feel like it was a long conversation.
So was this what you had a problem with? So Sam is saying that Montel had the nerve to say wishes.
Yeah,
Please humble yourself, bro. I don't remember this. What happened?
like he was saying that she he was making it seem like she wishes she could be with him, like
Oh,
she
oh.
like
You're just new and you're in a new relationship, Montel. Like,
yeah,
relax.
like he was acting like he was like the star of the show, and she was like the bombshell coming in to come after him. When, boo, you would be lucky to be with Whitney. You could probably potentially get to the end. Like what? Like, stop. And so after this, I was like, listen, these women need to stop telling her to go talk to that man. She should never pull that man again because he doesn't even deserve her breath on
Her
him.
attention, yeah. So all the whole group is actually poking fun at Leah and telling her to go look at Montel and Whitney. What?
It was so annoying because she's just sitting there like, it's fine. I'm not. I don't care. They probably are. I don't care. And then she comes and pulls him. Like I'm like,
Yeah, no, right
you.
after though, she does pull him to talk. She's like, well, I'm not going to go and interrupt them, but like, I'm going to talk to him about it after. And so she's like, how's your convo? And he's like, oh, it's fine. We're just friends and whatever. That's all I wrote down.
No, he was trying to make it seem like to her that there was something on Whitney's side, and Whitney was hardcore going after her, and I'm also like, and that he's the one shutting it down. I was like, you were hemming and hawing in the entire conversation. Whitney
Yeah.
probably would have left like 20 minutes earlier if you had just been like, you know what, I want to go spend some time with Leah. If you need anything, I'll talk to you later. Come the hell on.
So after though, Whitney talks to Catherine and Jess, and she's like, "I need a dominant man. And once I put myself out there, I'm gonna win." And it's just
Mhm.
interesting that like the dom like she needs a dominant man, but like Medi actually isn't that dominant man, which is interesting. It's like Ty is more that dominant man than Medi is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so it's just very interesting that she allowed herself to be with somebody and be kind of like caught in this whirlwind with somebody that isn't at the type of man that she's like, I
She
don't
would
want,
normally be with.
yeah, that she's normally
And that's what
attracted to.
she has been saying. She's like, he is not her type. She normally would not go for him, but they felt like there was something there initially, and that's what they were going after. And I don't think there was anything else with anybody else that she thought she could move to anyway. So she was going to try with Medi, but yeah, no, that's what she needs. She needs somebody who's going to come full force after her, because I think that's what she will appreciate.
So Jess gets a text, and it's going to be a couple's dinner. And because Whitney and Sammy are single, they're going to be cooking for them. So everybody's getting ready for these dinner dates in their couples. They're going to make Whitney's wild spaghetti bowl, and I don't remember what Sammy's was supposed to make in the beginning.
She was saying something about like mashed spaghetti. It was
Well, that
weird.
was after though. So once they made the spaghetti, I guess like
Hmm.
they boiled it too long and they let it all kind of clump and congeal.
Oh, is
And
that what
so
happened? I
it
didn't even
became
notice that.
pasta mash. So Sammy made a pasta mash and she made the bolognese.
Mm.
So we learned, I only wrote down a couple things that we learned in all these dates. So with Zach and Katie, we learned that this is his fifth date. They kind of just stared at each other. They didn't really talk that much. Um, and then we learned that Ella doesn't want, if Ella is done with him, if he wants to still be an F boy. Do you believe her?
No.
Fernando says, can we talk about Ella? She's making me want to buy a ticket to Spain and break into that villa, just shake her and say, stand up, girl, leave Ty. She can't leave Ty yet, though. She's on the trajectory to win the game. So she actually can't leave Ty right now. But she can give him a little attitude. She could be a little bit more set. Like, she could just take a little breather, but I don't think she could break up with them because I don't think that would be good for her personal game and potentially winning.
Yeah.
But I want her to know that he's probably gonna fuck around and pass some more. And hopefully, do you think that she'll come back with somebody kind of like Dami and India? Do you think that like they'll,
No.
you don't think she'll come back with anybody?
No.
And you think he will?
Yes. I think it's actually. I think he might not. I think he might pull a God, what's their name?
Jake,
No, the other one. Um,
Luca.
they won the show. Liam mess around with somebody, and that person standing by the fire pit, and he basically like there was nobody in there for me. I know I was coming back to Leah, and then the person speaks up. I could see him do that.
I could see people speaking up and being like, he was such a flirt. Like, he
Hmm.
did this, and this. Like, that was
Hmm.
a pretty good, shocking moment last season.
Hmm. I
Or
can definitely
last
see
summer.
him doing that. Yep.
Like, pretending like he's such a good boy. And then the
Hmm.
girl outs him, being like, no, he was a bad, bad boy.
Hmm. Because Jake did nothing. I don't see Ty not doing anything.
I know, even though he's laying it on thick about how much he's a changed man,
Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard someone say I'm closed off so many times in my life.
Oh my
It's just like
god.
he's trying to convince himself he's closed off.
I think some producer told him like those words that he needs to use consistently.
Do you think Katie's the new producer's plan? Do you think she's the new Molly?
Yes.
Well, I guess she has to be because like they sourced her to come on the show again.
Yeah.
But like, why? What's with their boringness?
I don't know. They need to like
They've been doing so well with everything, right?
this is the third producer plant in 2 seasons that don't work. First it was Olivia last season, and then now it's these two, Molly and Katie, and they all can go.
And Adam wasn't great.
Oh, Adam was even worse. Like, but at least he was a little bit of good TV. He just was with a not a good partner. Like they were boring together.
So Montel makes Leah shy, apparently. Whatever. I mean, I think that they are like a nice looking couple, but
Oh
like
yeah,
they're very boring on the show. Like,
yes,
and I could see them dating for even a long time, but like,
correct.
I don't care about them on the
I
show.
don't care, and I just keep saying they keep saying, "I really like you. I really like you. We're doing so good, and I can't believe how much I like you, and I can't believe how far we're going." And I'm like, okay, what
What
specifically do
else?
you
Like
like about that man?
details. Give me some
Like,
details.
what are you guys going to do
We know
outside
he
of
likes her
the run?
eyebrows though.
Yes, like, just I just need like
A little more
give me
depth.
some sort of personality, Leah, because you are not giving me anything. I I I can't anymore.
So Jessica thinks that Montel and Ty are playing from the same playbook. They are setting up the girls for a big cast of fall. Why was Montel talking about years to come? Get real, sir. And why would Ty ask Ella if she'll turn?
I can see that. I can see it. I can see it.
I mean, they're lads, lads,
Yeah.
lads. Gemma was the only good plant, or I don't know. Gemma was pretty boring in the beginning of last season.
Gemma? At this point, I don't even count her as a producer plant. That girl did nothing. And y'all let her make it to the end and almost win. Jesus gosh. There's no reason they should have even came in second place. Damn it, India should at least came in second place.
I don't remember this. I must have blocked it out. Fernando says you can tell Katie got the ick when Zach told her he was a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh no, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, probably. That's so
Like,
funny.
ooh. I mean, Katie already got her fame though from this show, and so like going back to see people that haven't reached their fame yet,
Yeah,
like it's not balanced. Like they're not at
yeah.
the same level, even though they're the same age or close
Hmm.
to. It's just not the same.
No, I mean, and I think she's now like might be the oldest person who is in the villa.
Isn't Zach also 27 or no? Or Mitch? Mitch is.
Mitch's.
Yeah, I don't know how old Zach is.
Yeah.
We do learn though that Whitney is planning on talking to Zach. She tells this to Sammy when they're making their, I think when they're eating their pasta mash.
Hmm.
So we do get for dessert. It was Sammy's stupendous sexy Sunday, actually. We also learned that Zach doesn't like Netflix, but Katie says, oh, he just likes to chill. I think that's all we learned from the dates. Anything else?
Catherine and Scott are progressing. Listen, Catherine and Scott were in the back laughing. They
Oh,
were
we didn't see them very much
they were
though.
feeding each other. We saw nothing. We saw nothing. It's like if they're laughing, can we know what they're laughing at? Like at least can we have a funny conversation? Because
Like, why do we need to see people just like, oh, I like you, I like you, I like
yeah,
you, I like you,
yeah.
I like you? Like, can we please just see People that are having a good time.
Right. Like the one thing we got to see was like Scott fed her something, and like they were they gave us nothing. Like the good conversations they didn't show us. I don't understand.
Me neither. So after dinner, we see Jess and Sammy talking, and she says that it was disgusting, but he's taking credit for the dessert, which she says was nice. And he says, "It's nice talking to you again." And she says, "It's nice talking to you again." I'm just like, okay, boring. I need to have some more for sure
Please.
because, like, I can get them back together or not back together, whatever, but like, I
Hmm.
just can't take them right now.
Yeah.
Done.
Like this was like such a I don't want to say a bad episode, but it just was like a nothing burger of an episode. Like
There's nothing
not
burger.
it did not move anybody forward.
Jessica's saying that Catherine and Scott are getting the Justine and Caleb
Yes.
edit where we had to look for crumbs in the background.
Yes, and you know why that was? Is because they were progressing fine, but the producers had decided that Sully and Johnny were the couple for the season and insisted on just showing them, and then Mackenzie and Crazy Boys drama, and we were like, but we want to see the love, and you are hiding it in the background, and we see it in the back. So, and regardless of what happened with those two postseason, when they finally started showing us Justine and Caleb, we got the show. So I need them to like. We want to see romance. So wrap this up.
So, Fernando wants to know if we think there's going to be another dumping before Casa Amor.
I was wondering because somebody was like, "There's going to be a recoupling," and I'm like, "There is."
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think they're just going to go to Casa the way they are. Why wouldn't they? They have either Sammy and Jess, like Sammy and Jess are going to be like Cash and Cinco where they're not together, and they're going to go into Casa, and either they're going to come out and want to be together or not. Like they don't have to be recoupled to do that.
Mm-hmm. Be like, I was hoping that maybe Scott or maybe Sammy was still going to be single.
Yeah.
No.
No. And he's not going to be. I have a feeling he won't be.
No way.
No way.
Well, if he does, though, then it would just be like, well, the door's still open with Team you, Jess. But like, I know that we weren't in something serious, so I wasn't
Mhm.
sure if you were going to bring back somebody. So I got to know somebody, but I know that we still have unfinished business. Like,
Yeah.
and so you can still have your mess,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I think that'll be a better storyline than to have them recouple just to be together for
A
like
day.
no. Like that doesn't make sense.
So Whitney does call. Oh wait, the boys are having a little bit of a chat, and Zach's not sure how it went. They were trying to I think, be encouraging for him, being like, "It probably went better than you thought it went," but I'm like, it didn't go well. Whitney calls over Zach, and they had like a pretty flirty
Yeah.
conversation, in my opinion. She's been a bit distracted, with Medi leaving, but she has a couple smooth lines that he calls out and talking about her outfit, this chocolate brown leather outfit she was wearing, and is chocolate your favorite color or your favorite? And he likes the color brown and talks about kissing her in the challenge again, and he wasn't complaining. He's a little bit like she kind of rattles him a little bit, which
Yeah.
I like seeing him a little bit less cool, you
Yeah.
know? It's more endearing.
I do like the fact that he understands that Katie doesn't like him. I don't. Again, it's the same thing with the Montel thing with the girls. I don't know what the hell the guys are thinking. Katie does not like Zach. Zach, thankfully, kind of sees that. So I think he's trying to see like what progresses in the night to see what like if he's gonna like keep going with Katie or maybe have a conversation with Whitney in the morning. But he's absolutely seeing this properly, and they don't have bad chemistry. Him
Mm-mm.
and Whitney, they have pretty good chemistry. Do I want her with Zach? Not necessarily. I want her with somebody new. I want her with somebody who's gonna go after her. But if it's her and Zach,
Or nothing. Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset. She brings out something. She brings out something that we didn't see with Catherine. We didn't see with Molly. I'm not mad at it.
Fernandez thinks that Whitney made him like Zach and Sammy this episode. That's her power.
I can see that. Yeah. Because I wasn't hating Sammy this episode when he wasn't talking to Jess.
Correct. Correct. So she does ask where he stands with Katie, and this is kind of where he's like, his early days. Like, it wasn't really favorable of them having anything real. And I thought it was really cute though the way that they ended the episode with being like, "Nice to meet you, Zachariah," and like something about her saying his full name. He kind of was like taken aback a little bit, and she's like, "Oh, it's Whitney," and then he's like, "It's Whitney, bitch," and I was like, that was quick, Zach.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she's it's Whitney, bitch. Is that what their hashtag is? It's Whitney, bitch.
It's Whitney, bitch. Girl, our girl is back. She's in the game. Yes. I don't care if it's with Zach or somebody else, but at least she's back in the game. The Whitney that came in as that strong bombshell and took over the show, and I love it, is back. Whitney is back.
All right. So yes, hashtag it's Whitney, bitch, is the hashtag for this episode.
Yes.
Love it. I think it's a really good one. Like, she should get shirts made of that. Like,
yes.
That's a t-shirt line for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. Ariana's like, it's going to be early days for everyone until the last week of the show. I know. Whitney would turn Zach out, and I'm not mad at it for. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm happy that she has an option. And I like their banter and how they kind of interact right now. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And we've seen, like I said, we've seen a couple different sides of Zach. We've seen when he was with Catherine, we saw his like soft, sensual side. And with Whitney, we see his like way more sexier side.
Sexy, a little more banter, a little more chat.
Yeah. Which he had with Catherine.
He keeps him on his toes, which is like a little more interesting.
Yeah.
In a different way than Katie does.
And Katie, he's trying to get her to meet him there, and she's giving nothing. And with Molly, I just think he was trying to be somebody he's not. Just not.
Well, that was pretty much it for the episode. Did we miss anything?
No, that was the episode. I was sitting there like, okay, oh my God, please, can we not do this? It was doing so well. Where's Castle War?
It's just one episode was a dud.
Yeah,
I think we'll be fine tomorrow. Maybe they'll do Casa early because they've been doing midweek dumpings. Mm-hmm. They've been doing things a little bit out of their traditional programming. So maybe tomorrow will be Casa more.
Please, I beg you, Love Island gods, bring.
So what I think that they actually might do is maybe they'll send the boys away, because they just send the girls away when Katie came in. So maybe the boys will have like a lad's day or whatever, and then they go out to Casa More and the girls stay at the thing. Then we have Maya Jama come to see the girls in the villa, you know what I mean? So that could be what happens tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then like Casa More like really starts on Friday with like seeing the girls
on the girls and the guys, yeah. So I'll hopefully get a PR pack tomorrow with all the new bombs coming into Casa. Please cross your fingers, guys, because we need Casa to come right now.
Casa needs to come right now, and the bombshells need to be bombed.
Especially the guys. Like, I need you to send in some great guys.
Georges. Sorry, George. Georges.
Yes, please. That's all I'm asking for.
No Medis.
Like OVs. We need OVs. Yeah. Like, I know he's a misogynist, but I still need an OV.
I need like that.
Yeah. And to be fair, Whitney probably would like Ovi's misogynistic ass. So
yeah, I mean, like Ovi's hot though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hot, tall.
The hotness factor would overlook it. So.
So hot. He's so hot. Fernando thinks that Katie wants to take it slow with Zach because she doesn't want the public to turn on her. I think it's because she has a boyfriend outside of the villa.
It's been almost a week, guys. We're in Love Island. We're not. This is not Jeopardy. Like, come on.
And she's on the season where everybody was like actually having sex on the show. Like, so.
Oh yeah, I saw clips of that. That's crazy.
So like, she could do a little bit more than just like a swerve now, I think. But
This
I mean,
is
I'm not pushing people to do
season
whatever.
3 of USA. This is like season 3 of USA where they couldn't even send people to the hideaway because there was no strong couples in there. Like, please, guys.
Yeah. Let's make a stronger couple. I guess the next
Yeah.
people in the hideaway. Oh, maybe that's something that will happen. Is maybe they'll put Zach and Catherine and Scott in the hideaway, and to make
Hmm.
another couple a little bit stronger before Casa. So
That I
maybe
can
that
see
could happen
that.
tomorrow too.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Because somebody was saying, "Thank God we dumped Betty because it would have been Betty and Whitney into the hideaway."
Ew.
We really saved that girl from herself.
Yeah, we win. We won. Whitney
Yes,
won. We won.
yes,
Like we nobody wanted to see that.
yeah, yeah.
Hopefully Ella and Ty provide us with a Michael and Amber Casa more moment. Well, we were talking about this yesterday, and it wouldn't really be that moment just because we know all along that Ty is going to do this. We had no idea that Michael was going to flip the script like
No,
this. We
no.
had no
You
clue.
guys understand how hard I was shipping Michael Amber? I for sure thought they were gonna win, like, because I'd heard that Amber won. I didn't know who she won with. Right? So, because like nobody talks about Greg, so I had no idea. I had no clue. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, this must be who she wins with. Oh my god, they're so cute together. Oh my god, I'm okay.
Oh
Oh,
my
like,
god.
oh my, and
So you
then
got shocked.
I did. I was so pissed at him. I was like, no, what were you thinking?
Yeah, it was
I
so
was so,
bad.
even though I watched it how many years after, because
You
I
weren't
really,
spoiled.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. No, that situation was totally different than this. This one, we there's no blind side. We can see this coming. That I like totally blindsided the way that they were right before they went into Casa. There's like he's when did he speak to Joanna? Like that same night. Like it was crazy. It was like it didn't make any sense. And I said I think it's because right before the guys were kept goading him that he was like pussy
Whip.
whipped
Yeah.
by Amber, and it pissed me off.
Um, Jessica says, side note, Michael seems like he'd be a good character for the challenge. Why do you think he hasn't done it? I don't know why he hasn't done it. Because he's
Mm-hmm.
done some other shows. So, like, he's done X on the Beach, and
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity X on the Beach. So, yeah, I don't know why he hasn't been on the challenge. I think he would be a decent person for even one of the. He was on the spinoff, though. Sorry. He was on the challenge UK.
He was.
Wasn't he? Or maybe it's just his doppelganger, which is Caleb. Yeah, Caleb.
I think
Anyways,
they
not
didn't
sure.
they cancel that too. The challenge UK.
I think they can. UK, I haven't heard, but I heard Australia maybe, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I agree with you, Rachel. Yes, let's have Whitney. Hope Whitney has at least two serious options. I feel like that's wishful thinking, but we can fingers cross it for now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody here in the chat for joining us here today. We won't be able to go live tomorrow because I have to work, but we can maybe do a double episode on Friday for the next two episodes. So hopefully it will be a Casa Amor beginning tomorrow or the high. Sorry. Oh my god, I heard something. I'm like, I think it was your mic. In Casa Amor moment tomorrow, or at least a hideaway with Scott and Catherine. So that should be fun times, fun times. It's still gonna be good. It's still the best season in a
Season
really.
5 and season 10 right now. They're going toe for toe. So I'm not mad at it.
Definitely. So make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. So me over here at Reality Realness, and then as well over at Entertainment in Color on YouTube and all other social media platforms. Like this video, and I guess you should repeat that hashtag and start using it. Where's my hashtag? It's Whitney, bitch. That is the hashtag for episode 24, and we'll see you on Friday.
Yes.
Thank you,
See you
everybody.
guys.
Bye.